Do you ever feel like you're trying to lift the entire planet? What if you could take that weight off from your mind for 10 minutes today? I call it the off switch. Let me show you how to do it properly. It's actually quite simple. You just go outside, you select a place near nature, and you just focus on one thing. It could be an animal, it could be a plant. Just look to that for 10 minutes straight. That's it. You don't need to take any pictures. Just focus your mind on that part. That's the off switch. And wildlife photography was actually how I found it. But what makes it so simple for anyone to do it? Follow me on this. When you work on IT industry, just like me, and your computer has a problem, what is the number one thing that IT support asks you to do? Have you tried turning on and off your computer? That's usually the first request. Now, as humans, I hope that you are one of it also, how do we turn our brains off? How do we switch off from all the problems, the issues that we usually face? How can we do that? I mean, we cannot turn it off just like a computer. It's not possible. However, we can stop thinking about these things for a couple of minutes, but it's very different from resting. And usually the recommendation is take some days off, go on vacations, just relax for a little bit. Sounds good recommendations, right? But for example, when you return from vacations, how do you feel? You start thinking about all of the problems, all of the issues, even the toxic people that you may work with, right? And you start feeling anxious already, just thinking about this kind of stuff. And that's the problem. You rest your body, but you didn't rest your mind. And this is where nature actually helped me. Because when I'm near nature, like near animals, near a lake, near the ocean, I start to be more calm, more relaxed, and don't think about the problems that much. But listen to this. A walk in nature can help you, but it's not enough for me. I needed something more, and probably you also need that too. You need to focus your mind on something. So walking in the nature helped you, but it may not be enough for you. Back in the 1970s, a scientist named Mihaly studied people doing these things they loved, like climbing, painting, and musing. He found something they all had in common. When a task was hard enough to need your full attention, but not too hard, something happened. He called it the flow. Your brain gets fully absorbed. There's no space left for anything else. And that's when I realized this is exactly what happened to me when I do wildlife photography. When I'm trying to find an animal, I'm just focused on that specific task, maybe waiting for the right moment to take a picture. My mind is not thinking about any issues, any problems that I may have in my life. And that's my off switch. So what I want you to do is try this. Go to a place near your house, ideally 50 minutes from it, and just go there and sit near the nature. And just focus for 10 minutes straight on that task, nothing else. Put your phone in silence mode, or don't even take your phone, leave it in the car if you have to drive, and just do that. And now, switch off. Your problems are still there. That email that you need to answer is still there. Any issues with your life, they are still real. But how do you feel after that? You probably feel more calm, more relaxed, with less stress. And that's what nature actually does to your mind and to your body. And that's the entire point. The off switch won't remove all the problems that you have, but will have a pause in time just for you not to think about it. It's about your mind having a break from all of it, even if it's only 10 minutes. The off switch is not about running away from your problems. It's about giving your mind a time to rest and actually refill that energy that you need to face them. Maybe you are now different. Maybe you are now in a way that you can think more clearly about everything that you are facing. For me, this is something that works really well. My mind doesn't have to think about all the problems and issues that I have in my life. But that time, that specific time, I'm switched off and I don't think about anything else apart from the nature. And at least for 10 minutes, my brain doesn't have to lift the entire planet. The result? I actually would like to hear from you. I mean, you can put a like, that's good, but please in the comments below say exactly how did you feel doing this switch off. Let's communicate. Let's do it like proper humans. I hope you are one of it. If you like this content and you would like to follow this series, don't forget to subscribe and activate the notifications. This is only the second episode and we have much more coming. As an IT project manager, I really had an opportunity to master this off switch technique. Have I mastered it? Well, yes and no. But this helps tremendously instead of just going to my couch, sit down and start scrolling and being a couch potato. Yes, I'm talking with you. Now the big question, will you try it? It's only 10 minutes. You'll probably be back from dinner way before that. Or if you love it so much, you'll forget completely about dinner, food and time. And hey, this is only one of the 6 free tips I have in my Wildlife Noob Starter Guide. Get yours in the link below and get all the tips and exercise for your well-being doing wildlife photography. On the next episode, I'm going to talk about the step 1 of this Wildlife Noob Starter Guide. And that step is, you can do wildlife photography with only your phone. You don't need a professional camera. If you don't want to miss this episode, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications. I'm looking forward to hearing from you, human or not. This was the Wildlife Noob, and I see you on the next video.